After 2 years of work, I can finally tell all the people that were complaining that their favorite weapon wasn't in the recommended primary video that this is your chance to prove that your weapon and build of choice are actually good. The time to act is now, so you don't have the right to complain later. And make sure to tell as many people as you can about this, especially people that claim to be good at the game, so we can see if their builds are actually as good as they claim. For example, other content creators and up-to-date veterans. In short, I'm here to announce the start of public testing using MinMaxer's Dream for the recommended rifles video. We will be testing pretty much every single assault rifle, crossbow, spear gun, and rifle-based arm cannon, and figure out what the recommended build is for each one to use as a standalone weapon for almost all non-Steel Path missions. We will test Steel Path builds another time. If you want to participate in the public testing, here's how you do it. First off, go to the itch page of MinMaxer's Dream, link in the description, and download the latest version of the program. After running the program and reading the license, press start and then select your weapon of choice. If your weapon has extra parameters like progenitor bonuses or Incarnon buffs, you can select them in here too. The Kuva bonuses are at the bottom of the page, and for Incarnon evolution perks, use this button next to the search bar. Next up, we have test variables. In this round of public testing, we will use the following settings. Headshot, single target, test all, with a repeat count of at least 25, test level of 100, steel path disabled, damage display disabled, custom test disabled, with targeting delay, starting combo, and enemy distances on default. For timescale, I would recommend 100, but feel free to use higher timescales if your CPU's single core performance is extremely high. But watch out not to set it too high, as it can cause problems. If you are running a damage over time build like Hunter Munitions or a heat stack build, then you can enable skip enemy at 50% to get better results, but otherwise keep it off as it will hurt your build's performance. After that, we have the mod panel. This round of tests is non-SP, so no arcane since the arcane adapters are from Steel Path and we will test them next time. That said, the rifle arcanes have been fully developed and you can test stuff for yourself if you wish. When you're ready, pressing next here will start the test, and once it is finished, you will be taken to the results page automatically. All the numbers in the top right chart as well as their sum down here are kill times. So the better your build is, the faster it will kill all the enemies and thus the numbers will be smaller. But one result by itself doesn't mean anything, it is comparison that gives it meaning. So press back, change something, and test again. Then press the old results button at the bottom of the page and go back and forth to check the difference. You can also bookmark the best one thus far by dragging it in the result holder. Right-clicking on it will undo that, and right-clicking on a result outside of the result holder will delete it. Once you have thoroughly tested your build and are happy with it, then it is time to share your masterpiece and put it up against what other people have come up with. So press the save button here and navigate to where the program tells you and grab both the screenshot and this text file with the exact same name. Then share them in the Rifles Level 100 forum channel in the post matching your weapon's name. If you're not in the Discord server, there is a link in the description. If your build becomes the current top build, I will give it a green check mark, otherwise a green X, and I will also update the spreadsheet which shows what the current top sum values are for each weapon. You can find this spreadsheet in the pinned post. Keep in mind that I've made systems to make the calculator as similar to real gameplay as possible, so don't be surprised when you notice that spring-loaded chamber doesn't give you better performance than primed shred in your Baza build, even though the number is bigger. The calculator I spent 2 years making is not that simplistic. Some examples of how I simulated real gameplay situations are adding a 10-second virtual delay when a test group ends, a targeting delay to simulate the time it takes to aim, and a diverse but mission-accurate distribution of enemies from the main 3 factions to test against. However, if after all of that a build still looks suspicious, I will test it in a mission, and if I conclude that it is annoying to use or something I can't recommend, I will give it a red X, which means rejected. Also remember, it is my job to choose the recommended build, so if you see that someone has already sent a build with a lower sum value, don't worry about it. As long as you're confident in your build and it is not a duplicate, send away. I will be the judge of which one is the recommended build. One more thing. I have seen many people confuse the value of their damage numbers with actual performance, even though they are not the same thing. So let me make it very clear. that I have made this calculator as similar to real gameplay as I possibly could. We are not trying to make big number builds. We are trying to make builds that are worth recommending. So don't recommend something that you can't comfortably use all the time, like Spectral Serration, or something that is unsustainable in real gameplay in most situations, like Galvanized Scope. But that said, these are not rules, and I will judge the builds on a case-by-case basis. So yeah, I hope many people will join me in testing all the rifles, and I am really hoping it doesn't take more than a few weeks to finish this phase. So I beseech you to send this video in every single Warframe community on every platform under the sun, since I've been working on this for more than 2 years now, and I'm really hoping someone actually ends up using this thing that I spent so much of my life making. Just thinking about a new player trying to make a decent build with the mods they already have makes me feel fulfilled, even though it is rather unlikely for that to happen, if I'm being honest with myself. And with that, I hope to see you sharing builds, and bye bye.